New York may be the epicenter of the coronavirus crisis, but it is the Navajo Nation, the nation's largest Native American reservation, that has the highest rate of infection. Adjusted for population, 1 in 42 residents of the Navajo Nation have tested positive for COVID-19. That compares to 1 in 54 people in New York State. NBC's Vaughn Hilliard is in Navajo County, Arizona, just south of the border with Utah, covering this important story for us. Vaughn, good to have you put the spotlight on this. Is there any explanation as to why there has been such a high infection rate?
Exactly, Eamon. To give you an idea here, when you're talking about the Navajo Nation, you're talking about a landmass that is greater than 10 U.S. states. There's about 160,000 folks, Navajos, spread out across this vast land. And you mentioned, why is the infection rate so high? Well, when you go to these communities, we'll take you to one just specifically, that being Chinle. And in Chinle, there's just one grocery store. There's about 5,000 folks that live in more of that urban area around the Chinle Center core. But then you look beyond. Everybody comes into the town and shops at that one grocery store. There's also a lot of familial living, multiple generations living in one home. And, I was talking, and I'm going to introduce you to Cherish Redhouse. She was telling me, look, the nearest Walmart is, 2 hours away from where we live. And the other issue is access to water. When you talk to the Navajos, they say anywhere from 40 to 80% of folks living on this tribal land don't have access to running water. Despite years of asking and requesting help from Washington, you continue to see, not only for bathing and hand washing purposes, but also for consumption purposes. This is an issue here on this tribal land. I told you Cherish Redhouse. I want to introduce you to her. She was actually born just outside of Chinle and raised here. She went in and is now working over the last year for the Johns Hopkins Center for American Indian Health, where she is working as an administrative coordinator, helping these relief efforts across this greater area. And I want to take you, we joined her yesterday as she was making deliveries, and we actually joined her when she met up with her old bus driver. They're still encouraging curfews here, weekend lockdowns. I want to let you hear from Cherish as she was talking with her former bus driver.
She took care of me when I was little. It just all comes back full circle, and we're able to help one another. He started building them, and I started delivering. We have 2 kids that are seeing all of this, and when their story comes of the moment they tell their children and they tell their story, they're going to say, my parents, they were helping during this time, and they helped everyone that lived around us. They helped. They were there, and they're going to know, the purpose of why we do things the way that we do.
Amen. What Cherish and folks around here will say is, look, we are a resilient population, we are a strong population, and we are doing everything in our power to take care of our families and our communities through this.
Thank you for checking out our YouTube channel. Why don't you subscribe? It's really easy. Just click on that button down there. And for more news from MSNBC, click on any of these videos here for the latest interviews and highlights. You can get more videos from MSNBC with our newsletters. Head over to msnbc.com/newsletters to sign up.